Taking a look at today's energy markets, let's look at natural gas futures as they're trading lower today. Natural gas futures lower for a fourth consecutive session today. After reaching that $2 level last week, we are seeing some selling pressure continue to maintain as natural gas futures are now moving back towards the low end of the range here for the last several months. And currently down about 2.5% at the 1.76 level today. And when you look at some of the driving factors, really it's more of the same, particularly when you look at the weather patterns in the lower 48 states continuing to hold above average, and the forecast over the weekend continue to indicate that temperatures will moderate. The expectations are that they'll moderate here over the next 7 to 14 days, and that's continuing to keep some pressure on the futures markets. And also, as we had last week, two of the largest producers of natural gas indicate they're going to be cutting productions quite substantially this week, and that's what propelled the futures markets from the lows back up towards that $2 level. As the markets digest that, and particularly as the expectation for demand continues to wane here as temperatures remain above average, that's, I think, a factor contributing to the downside price action after we did see the spike in the futures market last week. And looking at the general trends now, with natural gas trending back down here in this 1.76 level, moving back towards really those lows that they experienced just a couple weeks ago, which also correspond with some of the lowest levels for natural gas over the last 2 decades, actually, plus going back to early 2000 or 2001 in certain respects. So we continue to see some downward pressure here in natural gas. Once again today, down about 2.5%. Now looking at the other energy futures markets, we're looking at WTI slightly lower today, but what is interesting is that RBOB is actually higher by about 2.5%. So there's a dispersion today when you look at WTI versus RBOB, as RBOB is continuing to show upside price action and hold near the top end of the range really for the last several months, as again the expectations are that the driving season was starting to kick in, and the expectations are that it could be a very active season. So I think that that's why you're seeing a bit of a dispersion here in the price action. So natural gas lower on the day, pushing back down towards those recent lows, which also correspond with basically 2-decade lows.